Thursday, November 9th, 2017, Monaco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. It's almost 5:40 p.m. Usually don't talk about the markets this late, but we're seeing some interesting moves. The Dow a few minutes ago went down around 230 points. S&P, well, right now we're down 193.82% at 23,340. S&P is at 2570, down 2350 or 0.91%. The Nasdaq is down 84 points, the Nasdaq 100. That's down 1.35%. So we're seeing a little bit of a move down in the stock markets. Earlier today, overnight in Asia, Japanese markets made a 26-year high, the Nikkei 225, and looking very good. And then all of a sudden it just turned around and dropped almost 4%. So we had like a key reversal in Japan, and that could be pointing to why we're doing the same thing in the US, even though, for example, you read reports from Zero Hedge. People are always trying to fit events, in the outside of the market to the market. They say stocks tumble on new Senate tax plan to delay corporate tax cut until 2019. So that's what they're talking about here. It says stocks tumbled and the VIX moved violently after a Washington Post report that Senate Republicans will propose delaying a cut in the corporate tax rate from 35% to 20% until 2019. Not too sure this is why the markets are down. Maybe it's just time that markets went down. It's not that like we're undersold, oversold in the stock markets, or like there's a lot of value in it. What about gold and silver? Well, gold was doing fairly well earlier, got smacked down a few hours ago to around 1280, and now it's back to around 1287. So up almost $6. The high is still 1288.50. Silver has been kept under the cosh. It's just around 17 right now. Range has been fairly narrow, 1715 to 1690. Currency wise, yeah, we're seeing the dollar weaken here, especially against the yen. We're down at 113.20, down almost 2/3%, down 67 pips. The euro's picked up steam since this morning. It's at 116.50, up 52 pips, or almost 0.5%. And the pound is lagging a little bit, not as strong as the other currencies, only up 24 pips or 0.19% at 131.40. So yeah, that's what's going on here. Is this going to be the beginning of a correction in the stock market? I don't know, but we need to keep an eye on it. There's still, just over 3 hours to go. A lot could happen. We could see, the working group on financial markets, or aka the PPT, come in, and you could see the Dow finish down 30 or 50, which would be quite nothing really. But right now it's down 200. Don't forget now that to get a 1% drop, you need a drop of 230 points, which in the past was a big thing, and even now it's a big thing because we haven't had a substantial drop since the beginning of 2016. So we'll keep an eye on that. What else is going on? Well, the bond markets are fairly steady. The 10-year yield hasn't really budged that much. Is at 2.32, 2.32%. So not much going on there. And other news here on Zero Hedge. Let's see what we've got. Saudi Arabia orders its citizens to leave Lebanon immediately. So the situation in the Middle East isn't, improving. Venezuela just 24 hours away from formal declaration of default, according to Zero Hedge as well. So what's happening in the markets today and what might happen, a correction is not surprising. I know a lot of people have been waiting for crashes and collapses for the last few months, but there have been indicators like the yield curve in the US has been flattening, which means it's a signal that the economy is slowing down. The spread between, the short end and the longer end is narrowed, so that means that longer term rates have not gone up as much as shorter term, or have gone down more than the shorter term rates, which is a signal of an economic slowdown. Will the curve invert? By inversion, I mean longer term rates lower than shorter term rates. It's possible, and usually that means an economic recession. So as I leave here then, we're down 203 in the Dow. We'll see later on, what happens. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, share it far and wide, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And you can also follow me on Twitter and on steemit.com. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.